Were you just scrolling endlessly past people saying they have 3 degrees and still can't find a job? My name's Mark. I'm a junior partner at a multi-billion-dollar corporation, and my role has given me experience hiring, firing, and building up many candidates from within for bigger and better roles. You can't refresh your screen without seeing how cooked the job market is. The job market isn't dead. It just shifted. And no one told you. We're going to break down why viral doom scrolling is hiding where the actual hiring is happening. You first need to sit down and consider for yourself the type of life you want to live. What amount of money would it take to live that life? Now that you know that, you must consider what roles make that type of money and what does it take to land and work those roles. Have you ever noticed how career-centric these TikToks are? You don't see many oil riggers, plumbers, masons, real estate appraisers, or heavy-duty engine mechanics talking about how hard it is to find work. Why do you think it is you see so many software engineers with 5 years or less worth of experience complaining online? Well, the answer is because you can classify it as a cushy job. And the thing to remember about cushy jobs is everyone wants one. If you are in or aim to be in an overly saturated field, understand you're competing with candidates like yourself, ones that have more experience than you and younger ones that would be willing to accept far less than you. The takeaway is do the research and understand the field you think you want to be in. You may think you want to compete, but the one thing about competition is someone wins and someone will in fact lose. Are you ready to find out where you'd land? Competition is a part of working. No government or corporation owes you a job, let alone more than a minimum wage of that area. So when you find roles paying mid-tier to high-tier rates, understand that those roles you need to fight for. The talk of AI resume screening and resumes never being read by hiring managers aside, understand that many real roles are out there and need to be filled. However, consider the hiring process from a company's perspective. They're spending around $50,000 in total to get a candidate recruited, hired, and onboarded. So depending on the need, the hiring manager will want to do their due diligence to get the right person in office. Because the sentiment online may be how cool it is to just leave jobs and focus on yourself. But to a company, there's a dollar amount associated with that mindset. And when you consider how many roles any company may need filled, you'd understand why they are inclined to screen and verify their trust in a candidate so they feel confident the candidate isn't just going to be leaving after 4 months and all of those funds spent. With all that said, readying yourself for the role you want helps you to compete. Do you have the minimum requirements? Do you have any projects or internships you can use to validate your experience? Do you have letters of recommendation from other employers? How are you dressed for the interview? Don't underestimate the power and importance of any of these steps. It doesn't matter if you're interviewing to be a CEO or a janitor. Dressing to impress, your demeanor, and coming prepared with copies of your resume, projects, or achievements will always give you a leg up on the competition no matter the field. However, if you'd like to better control your future and limit the need to compete, you can always do one of the following 2 things. 1, you can go to a career field in high demand for workers. Or number 2, you can take a lower level job than you're qualified for at a company you value and work to be promoted from within. Now, the first option, you open an entire world of options to yourself, but you need to be realistic with yourself. Are you willing to do this job? Everyone wants to make $200,000 plus working on the railroad until they're never seeing their family. They're waking up at 3 a.m. to be on site at 4:30 just to swing a sledgehammer every 5 seconds until 7 p.m. Are you willing to drive a trash truck and inhale terrible smells all day for $85,000 plus a year starting? You got to research everything that's out there and choose your hard. Be it landing the job, work schedule, pay, every role is going to come with a con. Now, number 2, I've actually personally done this for one of my team members. They were fresh out of college with no experience in any structured work environment. The role was too senior for them, so instead I found a role for them at a lower level. I asked if they'd be willing to accept the role, with the admission that I will train and prepare them for more senior roles, so they'd be ready when the opportunity presented itself. This helped invest into the candidate while allowing them the controlled environment to grow their skills and become ready for the position they wanted to secure. Many situations like this happen every day. The job market is not as bleak as the internet would have you believe. Sometimes we need to take a step back and do a few things. Realistically self-assess our value to the market and consider if we've done all we can to position ourselves for the outcome we'd like. The candidate from my earlier discussion was coachable, had a desire to increase their station in life, and was humble. I knew that they'd be an asset no matter if they didn't have the measurables just yet. The intangibles were shown from the interview. Enough so, I made a job just to get them in. Understand you're in more control of your life than the world would have you believe. Invest into mentors, coaches, and research multiple career paths. Know the pros and cons and what successful individuals have done to become a success in those roles. From there, attack your desires with a burning passion. Work doesn't have to be your entire life, but don't be foolish in thinking it's not a large portion of it. Work and grow your skills doing what you have to do until you're able to find better positions doing what you want to do. To set yourself up financially so you can leave the rat race sooner, be sure to check out the video on screen where you'll learn more about managing your money and investing into your future self. Take care.